I don't want to face the world. I've had days where I've mindfully drawn and cried at the same time. Hi Spark Joy Gang, here is another episode all about reducing your stress through mindful art practices and techniques. These techniques I've actually created along the years of what works, what doesn't. It was a lot of trial and error, but now I've got to a point where actually I want to share this with you because this is so impactful for not just myself but my loved ones around me. It's impacted them, it's allowed them to see new perspectives, create their life they want, and now I'm bringing it to you, my community on YouTube. Sit back, relax. This is a video that I just want you to receive. There is nothing for you to do right now. There is nothing for you to think about. I just want you to sit, be aware, be present, and just receive. Okay. These are the 4 mindfulness art ways you can reduce your stress and anxiety. Stress can also diminish our creativity hugely. And when we are blocked in our creativity, we are blocked in so many ways. And it's almost like that whole side of our brain that's all for creation. We're all in our logic and we're all thinking, we're all here. When we're creating, it comes through us. And I want to help you tap into that and allow yourself to understand that yes, stress is a factor of life, but that's not going to stop me from still allowing this creativity to flow through me. As we all know, stress affects not just our physical, mental, emotional and spiritual well-being. It affects our environment, the people around us, our loved ones, our workplace, and it actually radiates out. And if you've watched any of my other videos, you'll know that through the art of law of attraction and the art of manifesting, you are literally manifesting your stress outwards and you are attracting stressful people back to you. So there's physical stress. A physical stress is actually quite good for the body in a certain moderation or degree. However, if it's too much and we can feel it in our bodies will tell us this. There is also a mental stress, which can be overstimulation, it can be burnout, it can be blocked creativity, it can be our nervous system is so fight or flight response that we can't bring ourselves back to the present moment. Or perhaps we're in bed and we're struggling sleeping at night and all we're thinking at like 3 a.m. in the morning is, oh, I should have called them, maybe I'll call them in the morning, but maybe actually if I call them in the morning it's not the right time, or maybe they're annoyed at me because I haven't called them or I haven't thought about them. These kinds of things is going to accumulate more stress in our mental state. And when we accumulate more stress in our mental state, it's going to impact it, making it worse, more rigid, and actually harder to come out of it at ease. Just a heads up, if you're enjoying this video so far, I'd love it if you gave it a like, share and subscribe. This helps me grow my channel and reach the people out there that need to hear this message. Another stress is emotional stress. So when you feel that your emotions are dictating your life, there is a balance between your feelings of what is up for you and your mind, which is how is this and how am I logically going to get through this. So allow your mind and your heart to take the steering wheel in each one of these questions. The heart space is all about what's up, identifying what is up for you, and your mind is all about the how. How am I going to logically problem solve this? A particular mindful art therapy technique that I love so much, I have done it in another video but I'm going to show you again, is your mindful book. This is going to be a blank page just like this. I don't want to see anything in here, not even lines. The more you create in here, the better it's going to become, the more reflection that's going to come to you a lot sooner. The more you build this habit, it becomes a ritual, and then a ritual is a non-negotiable. It becomes like brushing our teeth in the morning. But this is an exercise you can do. I will link the video up here for you, and I'll put it in the bio as well so you can go and actually do this exercise. This is such a mindful art technique that you can do to reduce your stress, have the reflection, understand what's going on in your internal world, to then realign yourself in a manageable way without any external things around you. And this is all just coming from a piece of paper. Here you can see I haven't actually done a lot here, to be honest. There's been other times where I've drawn so much, but this one day I just felt like drawing an infinity sign, and I was like, I'm good. Don't want to draw anymore. I actually don't feel the need to draw today. But this was what I drew, and I was like, you know what? From all the self-reflection and questions I can give myself, I feel in a good mental state here. I don't feel too stressed at this point. I feel more in my intuitive sense of self within myself. And I feel that actually here, I'm radiating out love. And that's the bottom line of this particular day. So this is such a good way of reflecting. And believe me, there's other days in here that I'm like I don't want to face the world. I've had days where I've mindfully drawn and cried at the same time. There's some days where they're really, really dark colours and bold and everything is drawn. There's some days where I feel so like lost, it's blank, and that's okay. But it's identifying what that stress is, the bottom line of it, okay? Number 3 is a colouring meditation. So you can purchase anything online that is self-care art, that is meditation art, where you can purchase yourself just a few pens like this. This is like $10, 24 pens, it's great. And you can get a booklet that is already outlined of different shapes, colours, and this will bring you back into self-regulation. This will help reduce your stress. And it was really interesting to notice what colours you pick up at that moment in time, because that can be an indication of where your internal world is at emotionally. And in that present moment of you doing that, not only are you reducing your stress and coming back to self-regulation, but you're able in that frequency and that alignment to have insights and downloads and huge realizations just from doing that. It reduces your anxiety and your stress. This is a self-care practice that I believe everyone should do, regardless if you suffer from anxiety or stress. Everyone should do it anyway. Number 4 is building yourself a stress relief art technique tools. And what I mean by this is you have these different tools that you can use when you feel stressed. Whether it is your self-care art and you're just colouring in these shapes and coming back to self-regulation, reducing your stress and anxiety, whether that is you grabbing your book and you're investigating what's going on, you are the scientist of your own life here. Or if it's simply just coming back to these videos on here and reevaluating and readjusting and realigning and reflecting everything that's coming up for you by going through these videos and these meditations. There's so many creative ways we can ignite our life and come back into realignment and to reevaluate where we are and reflect where we are to be able to create the life that we want. I will put down below the referrals of all the other videos and techniques that you can do in real time that will help you reduce your anxiety, your stress, as well as adopt a new habit and a new way of being and living. So that's it for today, guys. If you enjoyed this video, I'd love it if you gave it a like, share and subscribe. This helps me grow my channel and reaches the people out there that need to hear this message. And I will see you on the next video.